Hi, this is Vicki Romaine with Cheerful Greetings, and today we're going to have a fun project. I'm going to be making a card with foil on it. This is my piece of cardstock. It's a treated piece of cardstock with a message on it. It says, "Love makes everything better." And I will be taking a sponge covered applicator here and wiping off the static clean. Next, I'll take my foil. I chose a multicolored foil this time. It comes in numerous colors. And I don't have to have a sheet to cover the whole piece of cardstock. I just need a piece that's large enough to go over my message. Now I've taken the sponge applicator and I have gotten this static cling off, and I'm going to put my foil on it. I'm going to let my stripes go crossways. Next, I take a piece of cardstock, or in this case just a piece of typing paper, and I put it inside, put my message and all inside as a means of holding it together. That's all this piece of paper is to hold it in place. I have my laminator. It's a Swingline laminator, and it has been heated up, and I'm gonna fold this over a little better. It's heating up, and so I want it to get it hot first. And then we send this through. This takes a couple of minutes. It goes slowly because it wants to have plenty of time to get hot. Kind of like watching paint dry. Now what I like to do is send it through twice, and I will turn it at a 90-degree angle after it finishes coming out, so that it will go through the other direction. The first time I did it lengthwise, now I'm going to do it widthwise. This makes a very interesting card. It gives it a little pizzazz, something that I haven't been able to do with my glitter or my stickles. It's just another way of showing that you can do a professional looking card. Okay, now my laminator is finished. It's not too hot for me to touch, so I can move it out of the way. Next, I will need to wait and let this cool a little bit. I want to make sure all of this is cooled down. Okay, now my paper is fairly cool, and I can see there's an impression of some sort on my foil. So let's see what we have. I'm going to take my time and pick up the edge and pull it across. And this is what we have. Isn't that neat? I don't know if you can see the shine and glimmer, but that is really pretty. Next, I'm going to make a card out of that. And so I'll get my cardstock and stuff ready, and we'll trim this up and show you a finished card. Okay, I now have my Spellbinders die. It is the Scallop Oval, and I'm putting it around my image. And I'm taking a piece of tape, and I'm taping it down so it won't move. Next thing I'm going to do is run it through my Big Shot. I usually go forward and then backwards to make sure I have a good cut. Now let's see how this turned out. I pop it out of my piece of cardstock. Take all the tape off. And here's my center. Okay, next I'll be putting this on a card, and we'll see how this looks. Okay, now I have a piece of cardstock, and it's brightly colored. Since my design in the middle is going to be brightly colored. What I'm doing now, I'm taking my same die cut and I'm putting it on the front of my card. Since I did not have a die that was larger than this, I thought I'd treat it a little differently this time. I'm putting my tape across on my cardstock to hold my die once again. This time I'm going to run my die through this direction because I only want it cutting on the front of the card. Okay, I'll take the die off, peel the tape off at the same time. I'm trying very hard not to mess up my cardstock. Okay. Now I'll store that away. And I have this left over, which I will put in with my dies. The next time I need one, I already have one cut. I'm going to fit my design inside my card, and I'm going to match it up as much as possible. Okay, I have got my image in place. I'm holding it and I'm flipping it over, and I'm going to check it out on this side and make sure it's still in the right position. Next, I'm going to get some glue. And I'm going to put my glue only on my design. And it has moved on me, so I'll have to put it back in place. Okay, I've got it back in place now, and I'm going to close up my card. And we'll hope for the best. It looks fine on the front, and the glue hasn't set up yet, so I'm holding it down, and that's where I want it. Okay, now we're going to decorate the front of the card. Okay, now I've got some of my embellishments. I think I'm going to go with butterflies, and let me see which butterflies I've got here that I'm going to use. These are some I cut out of alcohol ink, which are very pretty, but that's an awful lot of color. So I think I will go with these butterflies. And I want them to go over the oval. In other words, I want them to stick over. So I'm not going to put glue on all of it. I'm going to just put it on the bottom edge, the part that'll be on the front, that'll be glued to the front of the card. And then I'm going to let the other stick over. And that kind of frames my words also. And the butterfly is still on the card, even though he's a little large. And then I'm going this one, I'm going to let him go over sideways, and this one go the other direction. So we'll put him going the other direction. And we'll let him just be here. And this one, I usually put my embellishments in threes, either 1 or 3s, and so I'm going to let this one be down. I'm using rubber cement here to glue the embellishments on. And as you can see, they will be sticking over the frame, which I kind of like. And here's my card on the inside. The only thing I need to do is sign my name at the bottom. And my card is finished. I hope you like this tutorial. It was fun to do the foiling, and I will put some resources in the descriptions so you know where you can get the supplies. Again, thank you for watching my tutorials, and I hope you'll come back again, and have a great crafting day today. Bye.